Hey everyone, and welcome back to Caregiving and Entrepreneurship Reimagined. We're in part 5 of my burnout prevention series. And if you're new, I'm Melissa Miller, and this series is all about helping you prevent caregiver burnout before it breaks you so you can keep caring without losing yourself or your dreams. Last week, we talked about flexibility in your routine. But what happens if you're in the middle of chaos? What are you going to do when things are spiraling out of control and your stress level is rising? Well, that's why I want to talk about the power of a reset today. Have you ever had a day where your loved ones seemed to be struggling with more symptoms than normal, or your kids were pushing your every last button, or on top of that, the task list for your household or your job are just piling up and starting to feel overwhelming? It's in these minutes, or excuse me, these moments that it can feel like chaos is dictating your household or even your entire day. And this is what causes your stress level, excuse me, to rise. This can then make it feel tempting to push through and just tell yourself, yeah, I'll take a break and I'll focus on myself tomorrow. But as caregivers, we know that sometimes we can't wait until tomorrow. Sometimes tomorrow turns out to be even more stressful and more overwhelming because of what's going on than it is even today. Our minds, bodies, and souls need relief now. That's why a micro reset matters, because this reset can get you in the right frame of mind, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or physically, to be able to continue your caregiving role. So, why do micro resets matter? It stops the chaos from ensuing. It interrupts it. It stops your stress level from rising. And it stops from turning a tough morning into a tough day or a tough day into a tough week. A reset basically breaks that cycle. It calms your body, clears your head, and helps you re enter the caregiving situation that you're dealing with steadiness instead of overwhelm, fear, or stress. For me, I've had plenty of these moments myself as a caregiver, a stay-at-home mom, and just a wife. There's been so many times when my daughter was struggling to get through her morning routine, or when my husband was unfortunately experiencing a seizure episode at what seemed like the worst possible time. My stress level would rise, my patient would wear thin, and I felt like I was about to snap. But one thing I've learned from these experiences is that even in those moments, I have a choice. I have a choice. I can either push through on empty or I can pause for a quick reset. One reset method that's been helping me a lot lately is diaphragmatic breathing. I can't tell you how many times I have, whether I'm at home or in the car, taken the opportunity to take a few deep breaths, even just two or three deep breaths, just taking time to slow down, pay attention to breathing in through my nose and breathing out through my mouth, and just noticing the rise and fall of my abdomen has been so grounding. And sometimes I take it a step further. If I'm not driving or doing something that requires my vision, I'll even close my eyes, which helps me be even more intentional and grounding with my reset. Now, these simple practices can be game changers, and mine has really helped me manage my anxiety disorder, IBS symptoms, and just feel more steady throughout the normal chaos that can ensue as a mom, a wife, and a caregiver. But I know that my resets will never totally fix my problems, and they will never fix yours, but they do help respond or how we respond to those situations that we face every day as caregivers. And that's a game changer for how we show up in our caregiving roles. So, if you're looking for some ideas for body resets, here's a couple ideas. One would be doing a physical body reset, whether that's some stretching, sipping some water, stepping outside for a few minutes, taking a deep breath a couple times. That can be a great way to just ground your body and your mind so you can keep going. Another way would be a mental reset. So maybe saying to yourself a simple mantra, a one line prayer, or naming three things that you can see, hear, or feel. Or maybe take it even a step further than that. Say three things that you're grateful for right now. Gratitude can be a powerful game changer. And then lastly is maybe it's a space reset. Maybe just stepping away into another room in your house or outside can be what you need. So maybe going into the bathroom and splashing your face with some cold water can help you reset, or changing your environment to shift the energy. So maybe just getting outside, or maybe putting on some music and lightening the mood and dancing for a few minutes to one of your favorite songs from one of your favorite playlists could be enough to shift you. Either way, these take just minutes or less than a minute, depending on which one you choose, and they help you shift how you show up every day. And you can also come back to them multiple times a day. When I don't know, I can't tell you how many times with my diaphragmatic breathing, I might do it once when I'm in the car driving my daughter to school, and we've had a rough morning getting through her routine, but then maybe when I go to pick her up, I'm doing it again, or on our way to church if it's a Wednesday, because it's been such a busy day and I need a chance to just reset and calm my heart and my mind so I can be more present with what I'm going to learn and take in while I'm at church and with the people I'm at. So these are not confined to just one time a day. They can be used multiple times a day, as much as you need. So just remember, with that being said, that you don't need a perfect moment. We often think as caregivers that I'll just push through now and deal with this later. But I don't want you to wait till tomorrow. I don't want you to keep pushing through on empty. I want you to start implementing resets now in the middle of the messes that you're already dealing with, even if it's just 30 seconds, to help you reset your nervous system and also keep your stress level from getting any higher. So for this week, I want you to just be intentional. When caregiving chaos hits, I don't want you to just push through it on empty. I want you to do a reset. Doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be perfect, just one small action of a reset, whether it's a deep breath, a stretch, a moment outside, or maybe it is grabbing a notebook and just writing three things you're thankful for, or saying three things that you're thankful for. Whatever will help you realign in the middle of the mess, I want you to do it. Because the truth is, sometimes you can't wait until tomorrow to reset. Your mind, your body, and your soul need that care now. And giving yourself that reset makes you a steadier, calmer, and more present caregiver for the people that you need to show up for, be it your chronically ill loved one, your spouse, your children, or maybe even your coworkers or clients at work. Take the time this next week to practice micro resets. And be sure to subscribe and join me next week for part 6 for the final episode of the Burnout Prevention series. And we're going to be talking about building a bigger vision, excuse me, for sustaining long term caregiving. And for sure, if you'd like some simple ideas for resetting, check out the link below to get my 10 minutes to burnout prevention workshop, which includes 5-minute or less reset ideas that you can start using today. And definitely as well, share this with a friend. If you have another fellow caregiver that is really in the thick of dealing with a lot of stress in their caregiving journey and they're feeling like they're just about done and they're running on empty, share this series with them. Let them have some extra encouragement. And as always, I will look forward to seeing you in the next series next week.